Hey everyone, welcome back to our Windsor Farm YouTube channel. If you are rearing local poultry, local chickens, and you are wondering how you can help them grow much bigger and faster, well, this video is for you. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell so that you don't miss out any videos that I upload all about farming and related agriculture articles. This is a recent video that I made on how to fatten your local birds, your local poultry using milk. Indeed, you liked that video. You learned a lot from it. So I've made this video to answer some questions which you commented on the other recent video on how to fatten your local poultry using milk or dairy products. So I got a comment which forced me to make this video. This one commented, so if I don't have dairy products, what else can I use? Cause I want rearing chicken, but they grow slowly. So I've made this video specifically to show you what else can you use to fatten your local birds, your local chicken, minus using dairy products. Because it seems if you want to use dairy products, if you don't have cows, or if you don't have cattle, if you don't have goats, it might be quite difficult for you. So but within this video I'm going to be giving you the local ingredients which you can use, which are available around you, so that you can rear and fatten your local birds such that they can compete on the market with those exotic birds. Today I'm going to show you the best natural and affordable ingredients which you can use to fatten our indigenous poultry, our local poultry, so that they can gain weight and grow much faster, such that you can take them on the market so that you get quite good sums of money. All right, these products which I'm going to be listing, I'm going to put them there. So I noted them because there are very many, so that I can be recalling them. I'm going to be giving them to you and each ingredient found in that product. So if you get these products, I assure you 100%, if you follow the right protocols, should I call them protocols, if you follow the right procedures, when you avoid inbreeding, proper hygiene around your chicken coop, if you do other things, other aspects very well, plus these tips I'm going to be giving you on how to fatten your local poultry, indeed you will not regret. So the first ingredients, the first local ingredients which we have, and they are readily available here in Uganda on the Ugandan market, in the garden. The first ingredients we shall require the protein rich ingredients. What do I mean by the protein rich ingredients? These are products, or these are ingredients which have proteins in them. As in the other video I told you that milk is one of the products which has protein. Remember, proteins helps the body cells to what? To grow. Remember, the use of proteins is bodybuilding food. So if you eat proteins, you as a person, if you eat beans, milk, if you take milk, it will help you to get proteins. So if also you give your birds, your local birds, proteins in their feeds while they are eating or while they are roaming outside, if they get proteins, indeed they can grow way much faster and bigger. So one of the protein rich ingredients for muscle growth, we have silverfish or mukene. I think you know this ingredient, silverfish or mukene. I don't know how they call it where you are watching me from. I don't know how you call it, but here in Uganda we call it mukene, and it's readily available on the Ugandan market. So silverfish is one of the best ingredient that they mix in protein in what? In local feeds. Mukene in Uganda is ideal for boosting weight. Remember, it has very many proteins. So if you eat a lot of proteins, even if you eat a lot of proteins, you'll put on a lot of weight. So if you provide silverfish to your birds in their feeds which they eat, indeed they can do what? They can get a lot of weight, they can gain weight. The second protein rich ingredients, we have soya bean, and high in protein. It also has a lot of proteins, but before you give it to your birds, you have to do what? You have to roast it first so that you reduce all the toxins in it. Remember, soybeans have some toxins in it, so don't give it directly to what? To your birds. What you have to do is to first do what? Is to first roast it so that you reduce on the amount of toxins in that what? In that soybeans. The third one, we have black soldier flies. I know some of you've never heard of these insects, black soldier flies, but we don't feed them directly, the black soldier flies, but we do what? We rear these black soldier flies. You make a certain section on your area where you are in an urban setup. You make up a small section where you can rear these insects such that you give the larvae to your what? To your birds. But if you are rearing local poultry, you can give the larvae directly to the birds, or minus mixing them in feeds. But if you want to save, what you can do is what? Is to sun dry them, pound them, and make powder so that you mix within the feeds. So also we have termites. Termites is not easy to what? To keep them, but what you can do is to leave your birds to go on a free range system so that they rotate around and get those termites. So also termites have rich proteins. Also the what? Sorry, not the sassaflies. The black soldier flies. Their larvae are also good, are also rich in proteins. The ingredient that is rich in proteins, we have the groundnut cake. I know they sell it on what? On the market. The groundnuts, these are the groundnut cake. These are residues from that are got from after pounding the what? The groundnuts to get the chipotle. You know that. So if you use the groundnuts or the groundnut cake got from extracting oil from the groundnuts, it's also good for the what? For your birds to incorporate them in their feeds so that they do what? They gain a lot of weight. Alright, another ingredient which you will need in your chicken feeds so that they gain a lot of weight is the what? Is the energy rich ingredients for faster fattening. If you give these if you incorporate the energy giving ingredients in the chicken feeds for faster fattening, indeed you will not what? You will not regret. The first ingredient we have is maize bran. Remember, maize has carbohydrates, and also for carbohydrates they give us what? Energy. So our birds will require energy for what? For faster fattening. For what? For faster fattening. Remember, our chickens need energy to be what? To be kept active. So if you don't incorporate energy giving feeds in your what? In your chicken feeds, they will not what? They will not grow way much faster and bigger in size, as it is your main what? It is your main target. So if you give maize bran, if you incorporate maize bran in your chicken feeds, remember also maize bran in pigs. If you feed a lot of maize bran to your pigs, they gain that fat very quickly. So if you give your poultry, if you incorporate maize bran in your chicken feeds, they will get a lot of what? A lot of energy. Remember, maize bran has that component which is converted into fats such that they are stored in the body. So if you give maize bran to your birds, they will gain what? They will gain a lot of weight. Another ingredient we have whole maize or crushed maize. I know you know that. It boosts. This is the booster. It boosts energy in your what? In your local poultry. Another energy ingredient or another energy rich ingredient, we have cassava peels. I know you are asking, how can you incorporate cassava peels in the poultry feeds? But you cut them after you've peeled your cassava. You don't throw away the what? You don't throw away the peels. So you cut the cassava You cut the cassava peels, you sand-boil them, then you pound them so that you can incorporate them in the maize brand. So cassava also has what? Cassava also has carbohydrates in them, and it's a cheap source of feed, so you can use also cassava peels. We have sweet potato or pumpkin. Also you can grind them, smash them, and mix them in your in your poultry feeds. We also have sorghum or millet, but you first crush them. These are some of the energy rich source ingredients. So if you use one of these ones, so any ingredient which is nearly available. Number 3 ingredient which we shall need in our poultry feeds are the natural supplements or additives. Remember, we want to keep our birds organically, so we want to keep them from the inorganic substances. So these natural supplements or additives, I'm going to be giving them to you such that you can make them also at your place, at your farm, at your urban chicken farm. First of all, we shall have a mixture of ginger and garlic. You crush them, you mix them in water, you add in some lemon, you store them for a night when you are going to give them in the morning. These act as a natural antibiotics and appetizing agents in your birds, and also they act as they chase away all the respiratory diseases such as cough and flu in your birds. We also have charcoal powder. This aids in digestion. So if you mix some small pinch of charcoal powder in your chicken feeds, and you detoxify your poultry of all the toxins which they might eaten from the feeds. If you bought the feeds from the milling where they crush them from, so if you incorporate some charcoal powder in your poultry feeds, you detoxify your poultry. Last but not least, we shall do what? We shall need the greens. Remember, greens provide minerals and vitamins. If you don't give your birds greens, if your birds don't eat grass, they will not, first of all, the hens will not lay yellow yolked eggs. So you have to provide greens like yam leaves, pumpkin leaves, and skuma, which if you can grow them around there. We also have this weed called ration comfrey. So you have to give your birds some greens so that they eat them and they get minerals and vitamins from those greens. Remember, vitamins and minerals play a crucial role in our human body lives. So it's also the same thing in the birds or in the poultry. So you a very simple homemade fattening feed mix per 10 kilograms. First of all, what you will require, you will need maize bran 4 kilograms, you will need groundnut cake 2 kilograms, you will need silverfish omkene 1.5 kilograms, you will need soybeans 1 kilogram, you will also need cassava peel flour also 1 kilogram, and also vitamin or premix 0.5 kilograms. Also the charcoal powder, a small pinch. You mix them and you make a 10 kilogram, and you give you feed to your birds. Before I conclude this video, I want to give you some of the tips for fattening. And remember, even if you feed your birds the rightful or the required fattening feeds, but if you don't follow these tips, indeed also you miss out the target, your required target. The number 1 tip which I have, feeding 3 times a day. Your birds, you give them 3 times a day. That's in the morning, in the midday, and the evening. So you give them 3 times a day. Also, clean water at all times. You have to clean the drinkers, the water, you clean it and also disinfect it. If you don't have the disinfectants, you can use the natural ones I gave you recently: ginger and garlic mixed with lemon, or aloe vera in Uganda called ekigaji. The number 3 tip is to deworm your birds. Remember, deworms play a crucial role in hindering poultry life or animal life. So if you don't deworm your birds, if you don't deworm them, your target of fattening them you're going to have to waste. The number 4 tip is what? Keep the area, the shelter, very clean. In what do I mean with this? To avoid dampness in the chicken coop. So if your chickens drop their what their droppings, you have to make sure you clean them. Or if there is the beddings like coffee husks or wood shavings, so that they mix up and they absorb that moisture from the chicken droppings to avoid dampness in the chicken coop. The number 5 is limit movement of the fattening birds. For your birds which you want to fatten, limit movements. Remember, if your animals are moving or the birds are moving, that energy will be burnt. Remember, we want that energy to be conserved so that it helps us in what? In fattening. So avoid movements to reduce energy loss. The last tip for fattening is avoid inbreeding or sibling breeding. Avoid mother to son breeding, or sister to brother inbreeding. So also birds, if you allow them to inbreed, genetically it will fight back the breeding, your breeding aspect. So avoid sibling breeding. Before I end this video, there's something important I want to share with you. If you're a farmer or you are starting or you are planning to start farming, I have got quality farming equipments for you at an affordable prices. Drinkers, feeders, egg trays, DIY brooders which do not require any source of heat. I sell them at an affordable price. For more information or for inquiries, reach out to my WhatsApp number, so that I share with you every single piece of knowledge about agriculture and all the farming related aspects at an affordable price. If you follow those tips I have given you, if you follow them very well, indeed they can help you gain gain weight way much faster, and your birds will grow bigger and way much faster. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss out any uploads I upload. And please, if you have any comment, don't hesitate putting it in the comment section so that I will reply to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. May the good Lord bless you.